Good morning, students. My name is Abhishek Sachdeva. I am from Lalpur Khalsa College of Engineering, Department of Civil Engineering. So, students, this is the lecture for Civil 6th semester, Analysis of Rates. Yesterday also we have discussed the analysis of rates, part 1. So, this is in the continuation to the same. Part 2, which includes your sources to study this analysis of rates, what is the format for preparing the analysis of rates, and how you have to compare this analysis of rates with the daily schedule of rates, that is DSR. So, students, for starting, we go with the introduction, what we have discussed yesterday. Yesterday we have taken up the definition, what is the analysis of rates or the rate analysis, then what are the factors which affects this analysis of rates, what are the factors which contribute to the cost analysis, and then what is the purpose of analysis of rates, why we are preparing this analysis of rates, and what are the requirements for analysis of rates or the cost analysis. So, giving you the brief introduction before starting with the lecture, analysis, it may be defined as the process of determination of the final cost of a particular in term or item by keeping in view all factors required for completion of that item. So in the yesterday's lecture also I have explained you what is this analysis of rates. Now what are the factors? Factors on which the analysis of rates depends. So it includes the material required, its quantity, in how much quantity the material is required, then the cost of material, then quantity of the labor required, type of the labor required, and at what cost that particular labor is available. So this is an important factor for preparing analysis of rates. Then cost of the machinery, what machinery is required for the particular item, then what at what cost that machinery is available to us on site. So that is the important factor. Then overhead and establishment charges and contractors profit. So these are the main factors which contribute to the analysis of rate. Now, talking about the purpose, to work out the actual cost of an item or work to be executed, we need to work out the actual cost. Then to work out the economic use of materials. Materials should be used economically. At what quantity the material is required, we need to stick to that quantity only. So economic use of the material is important. So to calculate this economic use, we go in process of analysis of rates. To revise the rates worked out by the analysis due to the increase in the labor cost or material cost. If we are working at a particular site and at that particular site the material or the labor which is involved for that particular item, the rate varies. The rate, they are not in a match with the detailed analysis of rates as specified by the Central Public Works Department. So we need to calculate the revised rates. So to calculate that revised rates, analysis of rates, they are very much of importance. Then to work out the cost of non-scheduled items or the NS items. In the yesterday's lectures also I have told you to work out the cost of the non-scheduled items which are not included in the detailed analysis of rates. The analysis of rates are referred. Step-by-step procedure we will adopt, which is given in the analysis of rates. But the items which are not included in the CPWD specifications or the analysis, the rate for which for that items they are derived by following the same procedure, by following the same parameters, same factors, but the actual rates at which we are getting the labor or the materials, they are taken into the consideration. So these items which are not included in the daily schedule of rates as given by the central public work departments, that items for that particular items we prepare the analysis of rates, and that items are considered under the non-scheduled items. So basically non-scheduled items, they are that particular items which are not considered while preparing the analysis of rates by the government agencies. So one more thing students, DAR or CPWD analysis of rates, how they are basically made. The government agencies, they have given us volume 1, volume 2 analysis of rates that I'll show in the next slides, and we are having the CPWD analysis. So these rates are made by the practical experience of the engineers on the basis of the actual work done on this site. Now this statement is very much of importance. These analyses, they are not having any equations, they are not having any formulas. How they are prepared, how the output is obtained, how the total cost of the work is calculated. Basically, it is based upon the practical experience of the engineers, the chief engineers, the retired engineers, which are having vast experience in the construction field. So they are basically the members for preparing these CPWD analysis of rates or the daily schedule of rates. So by using their practical experience, these analyses of rates are prepared, the actual work done on the site based upon the actual output of the labor, that is taken into the consideration. All the factors for calculation of dry volume of the material, labor factors, machinery outputs, etc., are taken in the analysis of rates, which are based upon the actual work done on the site. So, practical experience matters while preparing the analysis of rates. We, as a student, we need to understand, we need to consider the practical experience of the engineers. We need to follow certain steps, certain procedures. We need to consider certain factors so that the analysis of rates, they are prepared by us, and we should know how to go through this analysis, how to pick up the rate from the analysis of rates, how to compare the analysis of rates with the daily schedule of rates. So we will discuss today all these factors. Now talking about the requirements. For analysis of rates, we need to know the following points. First is detail of the material. Second is detail of labor, that is head mason, mason, beldar, coolie or bishti, etc., whichever is required for that particular item. And third, output of the machinery, labor as per CPWD analysis of rates, output of machinery and labor that is obtained by the practical experience of the engineers for working out the cost of the item. Then factors for dry volume as per CPWD analysis of rates. Then the current rates as per CPWD. So students, yesterday also I have told you we will not follow the book. We will follow the detailed analysis of rates, volume 1 and volume 2, which is available on the internet, and I'll share link with you. Secondly, we will compare that analysis of rates with the CPWD daily schedule of rates, and what is included in the daily schedule of rates, how we are going to compare it with the analysis of rates volume 1 and volume 2, that I'll show you in the next slides. So we will be using the current available analysis of rates and schedule of rates, and we will discuss the step-by-step procedure of preparing the analysis of rates. So in the book, the rates or the outputs which have been considered, they are outdated. So we will use the current factors, current outputs, current rates. So this is analysis of rates for Delhi Volume 1. We will be following the analysis of rates and the daily schedule of rates for the year 2014, which is available on the Google free of cost. So we need to download this and we will go through this in detail and we will follow the same procedure and we will solve the problems. So this is the analysis of rates for Delhi Volume 1. We need to download, which is given by the Central Public Work Departments. This is the content for the same Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 1 includes 12 units starting from the basic rates to the roofing. Then Volume 2 starting from finishing, which is your 13th unit, to the last, which is rainwater harvesting and tube wells, that is chapter number 23. So this is the table content for the analysis of rates issued by the Central Public Works Departments. So you can see the detailed content, basic rates. In the volume 1, you will find out the basic rates, higher charges of plants and machinery, at what rate we are obtaining these machinery, then labor rates, then material rates, then carriage codes, how the carriage of material is done, at which rate the carriage is done. So this is your contents. Then subhead, the contents start with the carriage of materials, then earthwork, then mortars, concrete work, and so on. So students, you need to go through once through these contents, through the rates. It is very important for you. Don't need to cram the rates, right? You just go through it. You should know the how to see this analysis of rates, because when you are going at the sites, when you are handling some construction projects, especially in the government departments, so you should have this analysis of rates and daily schedule of rates with you, and you should know how to see the item in it and how to compare the rates between the analysis and the daily schedule of rates. So this is important. So you need to go through the rates once. Don't remember the rates. I'll give you the specific items. For that you need to remember the rates, which will be needed for the numerical problems. So basic rates, in this format, the rates of the plants and the machinery, it will be given. You can see the higher charges of coal tar boiler, 900 to 1400 liters per day unit. Under unit you will be having the per day, and the rate, it is 800. So these rates, these items, these descriptions, you need to go through once, right? So what is this unit day? You will be having the question in your minds about the unit, why the day is written. So students, basically when we hire any labor or any machinery for the construction site, the unit is considered for 1 day. So these rates, they are given for the 1 day, and the day, it includes 8 hours. The day doesn't include the 24 hours we are considering. We are considering only the 8-hour works as per the government agencies. So this is the rate for 8 hours. If you are using the coal tar boiler, which is 900 to 1400 liters, so you will be getting that boiler for 8 hours and you will need to pay rupees 800 as per the government agencies. So in the same manner, labor rates are there: Bishti, blacksmith, first class, second class, then carpenter. So again, the third day unit has been considered, and the rate for that particular day, that means corresponding to the 8 hours, have been given. So students, you need to go through these rates once. Now, this is the table for analysis of rates. The table includes serial number, description, then unit, quantity, rate, and amount. So this is the standard format in which the analysis of the rates it is available to us by the various government agencies. Earlier also have told you, if we are working in the central government department or under the central government, then you will be having the CPWD, Central Public Works Department's analysis of rates, and DSR, that is Delhi Schedule of Rates. And if you are working under the Punjab government department, then you will be having CPWD or PWD, basically Public Work Department, CSR, that is Common Schedule of Rates. You will not be having the CPWD specifications or the analysis. You will be having the Punjab government. You will be having Central CSR, Common Schedule of Rates, and it will be issued by the government of the Punjab under PWD departments, PWD works. And the same way we are having the analysis of rates, Punjab PWD analysis of rates. So for the departments which are related to the Punjab, we will be having the CSR, Common Schedule of Rates, and the departments which are under the central government, we are having the Delhi Schedule of Rates, DSR, and the rates of the items they are obtained from the CSR or the DSR. Now next students, this is the links. You need to download this. You need to go through the rates. Whatever I have showed you in these slides, you need to go through that once. Before discussing the analysis of rates in the detail, you need to once download this and compare this, and you need to go through the rates. So CPWD analysis of rates, we will be following these CPWD analysis of rates of 2014. These are the links, volume 1 and volume 2. Then we will be comparing these analysis of rates with the Delhi Schedule of Rates 2014. The item, if we consider the item of excavation, the rate of excavation which is given in the DSR or Delhi Schedule of Rates, it will how the rate is made, that bifurcation it will be given in the analysis of rates. Now this is important students, you need to correlate these two articles, Delhi Schedule of Rates and analysis of rates. You should know how to correlate that. I'll just elaborate this again. Delhi Schedule of Rates, it includes only the rate. For example, if I am doing the cement concrete work, so the rate for that cement concrete work per cubic meter is say 5,000 per cubic meter. So how that 5,000 rate, it is a rough example, that 5,000 rate it will be given in the DSR. And what is this analysis now? How that 5,000 rate has been formed, what is the labor content in this, what is the material content, what is the rate of the labor material rate, then machinery rate, how much machinery is involved, how much labor is involved, how much quantity of material is required, and their cost. Each and every bifurcation of this 5,000 amount that will be given in the analysis of rates. So for amount bifurcation, we refer to the analysis of rates, right? Students, you need to go through this and you need to compare this. I'll give you an example how to compare the item, and students, you just compare 4 to 5 items and we will discuss the preparation of analysis of rates in the next lecture. So this is your Delhi Schedule of Rates 2014 issued by the Central Public Work Department. So this is the Delhi Schedule of Rates. The link is this, which I have mentioned under this subhead, Delhi Schedule of Rates 2014. And this is your analysis of rates for Delhi volume 1 and volume 2 is also available, and the links I have mentioned over here under CPWD analysis of rates 2014, these two links, volume 1 and volume 2. Now students, this is just an example, and you need to compare 4 to 5 items so that you are not having any doubt or any question in your mind how to compare the rates of the CPWD analysis with the daily schedule of rates. For example, we take this item 2.1, and this item is the item of the earthwork surface excavation, and you see this is the analysis, right? Detail of cost of 100 square meter and average depth 15 centimeter. The labor is included because it is just the surface excavation, and the rate which has been derived, that is 5044.15. So 5044.15, that is the rate which is obtained for 100 square meter, right? So this is the CPWD analysis of rates. Same item 2.1 and same description of item you will see in the this is the DSR, daily schedule of rates volume 1. So you just have to compare. When you open the DSR, you will look at 2.1 item. It will be same, the description is same, earthwork in surface excavation not exceeding 30 centimeter and so on, and 2.1.1 all kind of soil for unit 100 square meter, the rate is 5044.15. So this bifurcation of this rate 5044.15, this is the rate for the item, and this is the description of the item, and the bifurcation or the division of this particular rate, that will be obtained by the CPWD analysis of rates. This is the bifurcation and the description. The division of the rate, it includes the Beldar, which is 2368.80, then Coolie 1974.00, then total it is 4342.80 after adding the water charges at 1% and CPOH, contractor profit and overhead charges at the rate of 15%. Adding the all the components, you obtain 5044.15. So this is basically students the comparison 5044.15, and here the bifurcation of 5044.15. You need to go through this and you need to compare these items. So how this analysis has been prepared, how this 7.26 the quantity has been obtained by the calculating the various output, we will discuss in the next lecture, right? If you are having any doubt, we will discuss. You can message me, you can mail me, and you need to compare these items.